Okay, welcome back. We're doing another headphone review. So basically, I want to do this in order so that when I get to the main attraction, this way you understand where I'm coming from completely. So first of all, this right here is a pair of Skull Candy Dime Blacks. These are an older model. They charge using micro USB. So some people might not like that because these use micro USB instead of using USB-C. Now everybody is trying to switch all of their devices over to USB-C simply because of the European Union basically forcing Apple to adopt USB-C, which at first I was upset with it, but now that all of their devices are pretty much USB-C, I'm a little bit okay with the move towards Lightning. So the thing about it is now you're going to have everything USB-C, so you'll be able to pretty much charge everything with a single cable, including your video game console devices, including headphones that you use for video game consoles, things that we use on a regular basis. Now these headphones, as you can see, I did a review about these a long time ago. All of these headphones typically have the exact same basic parts. Now, they pretty much designed all the twin beam headphones that are in the earbuds. They designed them similar to Apple's, except they were way ahead of Apple because before the AirPod Pros came out, everybody was pretty much designing their headphones similar to the twin beam Apple AirPod, the original ones. But they were making it in-ear buds because they knew that the Apple model didn't fit many people's ears. In the Skull Candy's case, this is a relatively inexpensive pair. This is $25. The reason why I like these so much is because these, not only were they cheap, the sound quality was pretty decent. And on top of that, because they're so small and low profile, I can keep them in my ear. And for the most part, nobody really notices them. Like I'm not really the type of person who wants to have big white headphones on the side of my head that everybody can see from a distance. I prefer to, keep it low profile. I like low profile stuff. They charge relatively quick, but I have noticed that their battery degradation, the battery health has gone down because I've been using them pretty regularly over the last couple of years. So I wanted a new pair of headphones, and I wanted to buy the third generation of AirPod Pros, but they haven't made them yet. Now Apple is pretty much focused on making hearing aids out of the AirPod Pro 2. So the AirPod Pro 2 and the regular AirPods, they're going to end up with hearing aid functions as like Apple's foray into health products and medical products, just like with the Apple Watch and how they use it to track your heart. They want to use it to track blood and glucose. And they're even saying that they may have a way to make AirPods track biometric functions too. But we'll have to wait till the third model to see that. So once again, I like these. The battery degradation is starting to happen. So I keep these around just like if I get out of the car and I want to go into Costco, go BJ's, go shopping. I keep these around because I like them. What I don't like about them is that the case, as you can see, the case is pretty regular. The case has no battery indicator, and of course it's micro USB, which means that you have to have a micro USB cable at any and all times. In the near future, it'll be USB-C on everything. Now, I'm pretty sure Skull Candy makes a newer model that has USB-C, but for right now, I just don't have those. So this is the Skull Candy Dime Black. Last week, I showed you these. These are translator-based earphones, but really, the translator app really has nothing to do with the earphones themselves. The earphones themselves are generic. These are designed even more to look like Apple AirPod Pros, as you can see. But the one thing that sets them apart is they have a touch space, which you can see it's indicated by like what a fingerprint. And these are, this is very similar to the AirPod Pro second generation. The sound quality has been very good. The sound quality is louder than the Skull Candy Dime Blacks. I feel that the ear seal is a lot better, so you're getting better passive noise cancellation. What these don't have is they don't have active noise cancellation. And what active noise canceling is that the earphones listen to outside noises, and as the outside noises come in, they play a different frequency of sound to try to cancel out those outside noises. Now, you may not think much of active noise canceling because it wears down the battery quicker, but if you're on an airplane and you happen to be able to connect your earpods to the airplane's app, they really do help to drown out the engine noise because they play a reverse frequency that drowns out the engine noise. What I really liked about these is the fact that the case is USB-C. And by the way, I have reviews for all of this stuff, so you can actually easily see on my channel, you can see the reviews that I post about this stuff. The case has a indicator, and the indicator shows you the left and right charge for each headphone. Apple should do this, but the reason they don't is because they'd rather not give you anything special on the case. They would rather do it within the software. So if you are using your iPhone, you can easily see left and right. You can see how much power is in them. The 100% here tells you how much power is in the case itself. The case charges using USB-C. So this was another pair of headphones that I have that I actually like. The downside is this case does not have magnetic charging. The Apple AirPod Pro 2 has USB-C and it has magnetic charging. And the AirPod Pro 3 and the AirPod 3 or 4 or 5 will absolutely, all of them are going to have from now on USB-C and magnetic charging. So that is the second pair. And I've been using these regularly. It's a very good pair of headphones, but they don't have noise canceling. They don't have active noise canceling. So now we get to TOZO. TOZO sent me this pair of headphones. This pair of headphones was called the open ear ring headphones. I made a video about this not too long ago. So the TOZO case for these headphones has a digital indicator just like the last pair that I just showed you. That was made by, a more generic company. But I've been testing so many of these things. I tested a pair by Lit Me or Light Me or whatever it is. They were cool too. They were open ear headphones, but these are open ear headphones. And open ear headphones are basically designed for people who absolutely do not want anything over their ear or in their ear. So they come with a USB-C cable, a little USB-C cable to charge them. And these things clip onto your ears. So if you're one of these people, one of those wild hairstyles, and you look like Sonic the Hedgehog, these are the kind of headphones that you'd want because they clip on kind of like earrings. And I demonstrated that in the video. So these headphones charge with USB-C. The case, I believe, had a pairing button right there. And once you open it up and you unplug them, the earphones, these things look just like earrings. They clip onto your ear and they play music towards your ear. But they're open ear headphones, so when you put them back in, you get the exact same system. You're able to see the charge of the actual case, and you're able to see the left and right charge of the individual headphones. Some people might like this. I personally don't like open ear headphones. They're not loud enough, and they're not able to drown out the outside noise enough. That's why I don't really like them that much. So this model I never liked. But here's the thing. When I was demonstrating the TOZO headphones, and I was demonstrating the app in my video, I noticed that they had a new pair of headphones that I actually liked because they looked a lot like the Apple AirPod Pros, and they promised active noise cancellation. Now, they come with a case very similar to the last TOZO, the open ear headphones, but they look like a black version of the AirPod Pros. For one, they look just like them, except on the bottom it has written TOZO. And I think most people know that Apple pretty much doesn't make these headphones in black. They only make them in white. But again, I like low-profile headphones. I don't really want white headphones in my ear. I prefer black. What I wanted most of all was I wanted a case that showed the charge rate and indicated exactly how much battery power was there, as well as the battery power of each headphone. So this TOZO model, I am hoping will be an excellent replacement for the Skull Candy Dime Blacks. I would rather have this model and use this as a daily until I'm able to actually get the third generation of AirPod Pros. I would rather actually use these than to use these. And that's because, again, I really don't like having the color so much in my ear. The other thing is that these push buttons on the side, the touch sensors on the side where you touch to play and pause, my other problem is it's such a large touch area that a lot of times I accidentally touch that area and I pause or play the music when I don't want to. Now, the Skull Candy Dime Blacks, they have a press button that's in here. They actually have a micro switch instead of a touchpad. The micro switch, you have to apply a click motion to it in order for it to actually activate. It's a lot more deliberate that you have to click it. So hopefully these are designed in a way where accidental button presses don't happen. And hopefully these are able to give me an experience with the noise canceling that I'm looking forward to with the Apple model. Because to tell you the truth, I don't want to spend $250 on headphones. You see, I've got so many pairs of headphones. On my wall, I've got gaming headphones. I've paid money for these headphones in some cases. I don't want to spend that kind of money on headphones. What I'm looking for is something that gives me the ergonomics that I want, the color that I want, the case that I want, the active noise canceling that I want. And then the question is, do these have magnetic wireless charging? So I'm going to get into that in a minute. I'm going to find out about whether or not they do, because from what I know, I don't think they do, but we're going to find out when we unbox them. All right, so these are the details. As you can see, they come with earbud specific sizes for small, medium, and large. They do have a touch panel area right where you would expect it to be. They have an indicator light, charging pin, and call mic. So these have 3 microphones in them. One is to listen to you, and the other one is to listen to the outside world, because they do offer a transparency mode, and they also obviously need to be able to listen to what's going on outside in order to be able to play an alternating frequency in order to activate noise cancellation. So pairing and connectivity is exactly what you expect to pair them with a phone. You just turn your Bluetooth on, and then you just ask them to pair for the most part. So as you can see on the back, they actually have a power reset button. So they have a physical reset button. They come with a USB-C cable. And for the most part, one of the other things that's important to know is that with the touch area, you have to hit it 3 times in order to activate the voice assistant. So when they talk about the Siri, the voice assistant, yeah, you have to hit it 3 times in a row. To pick up a call, they got instructions for picking up a call. You basically hit it 1 time when a call comes in. And it also says that you press and hold on an incoming call, press and hold L or R touch to reject the call. So you can either answer the call or you can reject the call just by pushing and holding. It says during dialing, press and hold the left or right touch area for 2 seconds to cancel the call. So yeah, it's important to know some of those motions that you got to use. Then they have a couple of other gestures that they talk about right here, about when you're wearing both earbuds, you can double tap the L touch to switch to the previous song. You double tap on the right to go to the next song. And it says you have to long press on the L to lower the volume, and you have to long press on the R to raise the volume. So the thing about it is with these headphones, most of them have similar functionality, but you got to remember all this stuff, you know? And I mean, you know, with some people, yeah, it can become second nature, but it's a whole lot to remember. So as you can see, we got the USB-C cable here. That's obligatory. And let's also give them a round of applause, because Apple doesn't give you cables anymore. They give you the earbud sizes here. You know, a lot of these companies have decided, yeah, we're not going to give you anything extra. No USB cables, no chargers, no nothing. And Apple pretty much started that, and they claimed that they were doing it because they figured it's like, hey, chances are you probably already have 10 or 12 of these chargers anyway. But on top of that, we want to save the environment. So basically, you can justify anything by saying, yeah, we want to save the environment. So let's just open these up and let's see how they do. All right, so this is the case. You open this up, pull out your headphones. Okay, they're in there securely, very securely. It's got a very tight, okay, and I guess it's tight because there's a power cover right here in order to make sure that they're not activated prematurely. I'm going to give them a full charge, and, then I'll use them from there. But I'm going to charge them on USB. I'll measure how much time it takes to charge them, and I can probably remark on how much time it takes to charge them to full. But for the most part, they come covered. So, yeah, these are a nice, decent size. And, they feel typical of just about, they're a little bit bigger than the Skull Candy Dime Black model. But it looks like most of them have been designed in a way that is similar to what you get from Apple. And the reason why they do that is because they want them to be trendy. In my opinion, it's better to go in your own direction. It's like, if you go in your own direction and you have like a really good product, it doesn't really matter if it's trendy or not if people actually like the product. And so far I like these because they've solved most of the problems that I have with most of these things in general. But this case, from what I know, this case is not a magnetic charging case. If only this had been a magnetic charging case, this would be absolutely perfect. And what kills me about Apple is that they won't give you a case like this. If Apple would give you a case like this, it would help you at, visually, you'd be able to know how much power your headphones have. So they have a very simple LED right there counter. And I'm going to put the headphones in there in a second. This case is very, very light. This case, I notice, is lighter than the other TOZO case, and it's also lighter than this one. This one is actually made of harder plastic than the this new one is. This case is very, very light, and there's like nothing much in it except just a protective plastic space for the headphones. But this is a very, very, very light case. Uses, of course, USB-C, but it's a very, very light case, and it's as simple as it could be. All right, so this is the part where you actually got to charge these things. So I'm actually going to, the case has already been charged to 100%, so I'm just going to stick these in here and let them charge to full before I actually pair and use them. But, in fact, wait, this is the right side, so you just stick that in there. Oh, you know what? Maybe this is backwards. I might have it backwards. Oh. And that's another thing with Apple. They say if you lose one of these things, that they'll, I think they cover you like once or something. Oh, you know what it is? The stalk is back here. So if the stalk is back there, I was trying to put it in the wrong way. The stalk is back here, so it goes in facing inside. Wait, how do you do that? Jesus Christ. Yeah, they don't slide it. They don't slide right in. Because as you can see, the back is where they're spaced. And this, okay, so you got to follow the shape. It's a little confusing. This is like, I've never had that much trouble getting one of them in there before. This is weird, actually. Oh, there it is. Wait, there it is. Yeah, I've never actually, usually they just slide right in. All right. Okay, there it is. Yeah. Okay. All right, there it is. So they go facing inwards. Okay, so they're 100% charged. They are fully charged. You hit the reset button on the back, and that allows you to, at a glance, you can see the case is 100%. The earphones are 100%. So I can pair them, and I can start using them right now. All right, I'm not sure if I'll be app. As you can see, it shows you the open ear ring. It shows you the NC3s. Right now, they're not connected. They're connecting right now, so it may cut my voice off. I may have to record over on this, which is not a big deal because I'm not going to make this part very long. So far, the sound quality is very, very good. It's exactly what I've come to expect from these earphones. And keep in mind, I have been to Apple. I have tested out the what is it called? The AirPod Pro 2. Now, I decided not to buy the AirPod Pro 2 because I was like, you know what? If I'm going to buy one of these things, I'm going to wait until they perfect it and they make the newest one. Now, right now, I'm trying to connect, but the reason why it's probably not connecting is because my phone is currently in screen recording mode, which is okay because I do know that the updates do work. So it's not really a big deal. What I can say is that when you go into the Tozo app, which I'm going to do in a second, I'm going to test and just make sure that my voice is being recorded. And if it's not, I'm going to re-record over this. But what I can say is that when you go into the Tozo app, when these are connected, it allows you to have a transparency mode that allows you to still hear noise coming from the outside. It has an active noise canceling mode, which plays the music at a volume while canceling noise that's coming in. It has a enhanced wind noise, which basically makes it so that if there's wind, the wind doesn't interfere with you being able to hear it. But because of the fact that these things are so deep into your ear canal, chances are the wind's not getting in there anyway. So they also have a lot of other things here. Like for instance, one of the things that I had noticed before was here they show you the other products that they make, and they do make a lot of nice products. So as you know, I have the open ear ones right there. And while I was testing those, I was looking at these were the ones that I wanted most of all. I wanted the NC3 or the T20. And the T20 that's right here, as you can see, they show you everything through their app. It says you have Bluetooth earbuds, independent, invented dual mic, call noise canceling. So they have noise canceling. They have your digital case that allows you to know how much power you got. But the one thing again that I'm looking for is the magnetic charging, and that's the one thing I don't see. So they have wireless earbuds, noise canceling, and such and such and such, but I don't see them have what? Oh, there it is. Okay, so these have the wireless charging. So this is what it looks like where you can charge wirelessly on a charging pad. Now I have a charging pad that charges my iPhone, my watch, and charges headphones. And I would like to be able to use it with these. Unfortunately, this case has it and my case doesn't. So if I go down, I say these are the NC2s. That's what I'm using right now. So as you can see, so you've got the noise canceling earbuds. It has waterproof IPX6 as a standard. The bass is pretty good from what I can see so far. I was listening to a couple of soundtracks, and on top of that, it knows whether or not they're in your ear. So yeah, it has simple connections, but what it doesn't have is it does not have wireless charging. So that's the only downside. So you can use the transparency mode so that you don't completely block out outside sounds, or you can use the active noise canceling mode like when you're on the subway. And I'm going to be dailying these for a while and see exactly how much I like them. So they promise you 10 hours on a single charge, 42 hours with charging case, and it says 1.5 hours fast charging. So it takes about 1.5 hours to do fast charging. All right, so the one thing that they don't have is the wireless charging case, and that's the only thing that kind of disappoints me. But other than that, thus far, I really like them. They fit in my ear very nicely. They're very comfortable. And on top of that, they are low profile. So just based on, oh, they used a picture of Crisis right here for game mode. That's incredible. And these do support low latency. There's a switch where you can turn them on low latency. But what it doesn't look like they have is it doesn't look like they have wireless charging. Doesn't look like they have wireless charging. Yeah, I don't see wireless charging. Wireless charging and active noise canceling. And I'll also say this: the main thing that the Apple AirPod Pros have that I like, for besides the noise canceling and the wireless charging, the main thing that they have is the fact that you can speak and the phone knows that you're trying to speak. So what it does is it automatically silences the volume. I think that is a really cool feature. But the problem is you're not getting all of those features unless you buy it from Apple. Now, what I do like is that this app does allow you to see at a glance the power levels of the headphones. But okay, so I guess basically that's it. The only thing that they're missing, they have great sound, and so far the noise canceling is able to drown out what's in my background. But the one thing that they're missing is the wireless charging. And other than that, I like them a lot.
To be continued.